Hey, y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't need. Because baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to do everything on my own. What's up, Papa?
I say this to myself almost every morning in the mirror. There are important people and important rooms talking about me in important ways. Those people are to give me opportunities, and I am looking forward to fulfilling my potential with those opportunities.
So if you're related to this guy, please check his hard drives, check his computer, check his phones, because men who are comfortable bragging about being passport bros are predators. They are flat out predators. So if this is your relative, call the police immediately.
Hear me out. Girls should be getting a paycheck every single month from the government for simply just existing.
Why?
Why? Because we have way more essential things that we have to buy, and I don't think it's fair that we have to buy those with our own money.
I wonder, where do they think all this free money is going to come from?
Also, we like to shop way more than men do, so it's only fair that we get a paycheck every month.
They really do walk among us, don't they?
I'm gonna show you how to change the tire, because you don't need a man in your life.
Yeah.
No something creyendo que you need a man in your life, eh?
Yeah, Dad. I need a man.
Why do you need a man? I'm gonna show you so you won't need one.
I need one and I want one.
He's trying to show you something.
Right? And I also feel like it's one of those things where people might get a little bit offended. Oh, you assumed I liked that? Do you even know me? I know a lot of men are understanding and they wouldn't think that. They would be so grateful that you thought of them and even considered getting them something, because I know a lot of men aren't used to receiving gifts. And I also know money is tight for a lot of people nowadays. So yeah, maybe it's like a $60 jacket or something, and you're genuinely worried. You don't know if it's like the correct fit or style. And if you ended up buying it for them, if they ended up just putting it in their closet and leaving it there long term and never wore it, that can be hard on some of us. This is why I don't get why so many people are like mocking it.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
This might be my wokest take, but I think that men invented body count to purposefully suppress women because they were so jealous that women can basically sleep with whoever they want. And to them, being able to sleep with somebody is one of the biggest advantages, privileges, and pleasures in life. And they didn't want women to be the ones who get to enjoy that privilege because they know how easy men are. So then they created this narrative under the guise of morality and self-respect so that women would not have the opportunity to live men's personal dreams.
Tell Daddy I love him so much. If one of his butt cheeks fell off, I would share one of my butt cheeks with him if he needed me to.
Okay. Dad said to tell you that he was just thinking about to get an extra butt cheek.
That's perfect.
This is one of my favorite things that I've ever seen on the internet. It is so genuinely, clearly love, and the fact that they involve their 4-year-old going back and forth and all the giggles that it's creating is priceless. I really hope that this becomes such a core memory for that 4-year-old, and even if not, I bet you there's gonna be so many of these throughout her life. Kudos to mom and dad.
This is where most guys lose it after the approach. They start interviewing her. Where are you from? What do you do? Or trying way too hard to be funny. Instead, I will say it again, keep it simple. Make an observation, tease a little, and keep it light. Something like, you seem like trouble, I can already tell. Now you've created a vibe instead of an interview. You're not trying to impress her, you're seeing how she responds to you. If she's smiling and teasing back, engaging, you're doing it right.
As a wife to a husband who doesn't have hobbies outside of his wife and his children.
Okay.
Men with hobbies are gross. What do you mean your husband spent all Saturday golfing?
Makes
your
him
husband's
happy?
in bowling league and he was gone all Monday evening? After work, he'd rather go to the bar with his buddies.
If you're a wonderful person to be around, not necessarily. And yeah, some men don't have hobbies and they're happy and they're good. Fine, great. But for some people, hobbies bring a lot of value into their life. And it's nothing personal. It's not like he doesn't want to spend time with you. I mean, unless you're nagging and constantly annoying him, then yeah, maybe. But gross? Are you serious? Hobbies can be really good for a person's mental health. And just overall, it helps them show up better for you in the relationship. So, I mean, if you only think about how things affect you and you only think about yourself, I mean, there you go. There's a little benefit for you.
I'm gonna say something that I've never said out loud before. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. But I feel like if I want it to happen, I have to say it out loud. And I have to put it out to all 200 and something thousand of you, okay? I really want a boyfriend. I don't think you understand, for me, that's like so embarrassing and weird to say. Probably because I'm 23 and I've like never had a boyfriend before, like a real one. But I do. I want it. So do with that what you will.
One thing the Jada situation has shown me is all the it girls use their coochie to get to where they want to be at.
Stop. Do not even bother think about doing it. A lot of times we see a lot of women on the internet showing us a certain lifestyle, acting like they're the happiest, when in reality, they're struggling. They're miserable. Maybe not financially, but mentally, emotionally, they're going through it. I know it doesn't look like that on social media, but social media is not real. Not majority of the time. Not because your way is slower, it means that it's wrong. Sometimes the price we have to pay to be in the fast lane is way more damaging than it is being in the slow lane. It's not worth losing your morals and your self-respect and your self-love over. Stop letting these people convince you that, yeah, this is a lifestyle you're supposed to be living, and this is what you need to give up, and it's worth giving up, because it's not.
I'm not saying that I won't get married, but if I do get married, it's going to be what I want and not what the man wants.
This dude, how much money would you like him to make a year?
Over 60 million.
Wait, you say 60 million?
Yeah, 5 to 60.
So here's the complicated question. This man, who on a good day he's making somewhere between 5 and 60 million, respect. He's 6'1". Why would he pick you?
I wouldn't know why he would. I guess it's the attraction, my drive, my determination. I guess that.
All right, so here's the follow-up. If he's making that much money, why does he want your drive? Wouldn't he just want you to be a pretty housewife?
Well, baby, I'm going to be it now if you can give me a couch.
All of a sudden.
With a wedding dress on, baby. Listen.
All of a sudden, baby knows
now,
how to
listen,
change some diapers.
I don't need the diaper change,
okay.
but if you can get, I just, listen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of these modern women, they talk a lot and they think they have a lot of leverage, but they don't. A lot of these modern women are out here making demands because they think that men need them, right? But a lot of modern women, they don't really understand the older you get, the more leverage that you lose. You don't, it'd be one thing if you had wisdom, right? Or maybe I don't have the beauty, but I have, you know, I still look a little good. I know how to dress. And, you know, I've got wisdom and smarts and the know-how to do a lot of this stuff that you need. I know how to take care of a man. Modern women don't even know how to do that. So all of this leverage was put into their looks. And now that their looks are fading, men ain't paying attention to me. Men aren't giving me any validation. Where are the real guys at?
Oh my God, look at that tree. That's sick. Do you know what? I think I should climb it. Do you reckon I should climb it?
Why would you climb that? You're literally 29 years old.
Oh, no, yeah. No, you're right. Why would I even climb that anyway, still?
Yeah, chill out. God, that's so cool.
It's a horse.
Well, were you going to jump?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's pretty far.
How else would I do it anyway?
Wow, you did it! Well done.
It should be no surprise that this is the reaction you get after you've broken that man's spirit. He was just trying to have some fun, but he was rejected, and not only that, he was essentially chastised. Newsflash, you can still have fun even if you're not a kid anymore. What a lot of women don't realize is that these things, even if they're small, if they are occurring time and time again, that's going to wear him down. A man is going to change through this, but it's not going to be for the better.
The probability is higher for the woman to have a higher body count when she's older because she had more time to acquire more penises. Like, how don't you understand?
But a girl's gonna be a hoe. A girl's gonna be a hoe.
Stop. Listen. How can't you understand? I'm talking about probabilities versus possibilities. We know that a girl can be a hoe at any age, but what's the probability of a woman having a 30 body count at 18 years old versus 30 years old?
It's a lot higher than you think.
No. Listen. What you talking about? What I think. The studies are out there.
But it doesn't nowadays.
No, listen. You
Nowadays. But I know.
Stop, Mamacita. You saying you know. We're not talking about you know. We're talking about facts and statistics here. I could bring it up if you really want me to. Bring it up on the screen. I'll show you guys afterwards. It's all based off probabilities. A woman that's 30 years old, generally speaking, women in their 30s have a higher body count than women that's in 18.
You can tell a lot about a man by which side of the sidewalk he walks on when he is next to you. When I was little, my dad always walked on the outside of the sidewalk, between me and the road. I didn't even realize it was a thing back then. I just thought it was normal. But when I got older and started dating, I noticed something. Almost no men did that. We would walk down sidewalks, they would be busy on their phone or not even paying attention. And then one day I was walking with my husband, and without saying a word, he switched sides. He instantly put himself between me and the street. It seems small, but women notice these things because it's not really about the sidewalk. It's about protection. It's about instinct. It's about a man that naturally thinks if something happens, it will hit me first. My husband was the first man to ever do that for me besides my father. So ladies, does your man follow the sidewalk rule?
I think going back to this picture thing on Instagram, if you're a genuinely pretty girl and you give off those nice vibes, you are going to get those attention from those males. But it's your choice whether you feed it or not. And then you're part of the problem because you fed it.
Isn't it feeding it to post those pictures and to have an open Instagram account where any man can message you?
Agreed, but you can go down the path of saying, I'm posting this to feel good, to do good for me.
He's fucking those girls to feel good.
There's other ways to feel good.
Stupid.
Okay, so posting pictures as a woman online, I can't do that, but you can go and sleep with multiple women because you're high value.
You don't have to stay. I'll replace you.
You don't have to do it.
If her and on the internet, that is an active billboard of marketing to get attention from other men and possibly through hypergamy transition away from you to someone else. And if she truly loves you, she will take that down.
Your partner should never have to wonder how you feel about them. That's the key. They shouldn't be guessing if you're still attracted to them or questioning if you even like them today. They shouldn't be begging for affection or reading between the lines of your silence. Because when you love someone, really love someone, it shows in how you speak to them, how you touch them, how you show up for them, even on your tired days. Love doesn't have to be loud, but it should be clear. Because nothing chips away at connection like feeling invisible in your own relationship. So let them hear it. Let them feel it. A text that says, I'm thinking about you. Little things matter, especially when life gets busy. No one should ever feel unsure about the place they hold in your heart. Love loud, love often, and never let them wonder.
Nothing pisses me off more than when a man that looks like the on the bottom of my shoe is like, hey, can I take you out?
And that's what I mean by delusion. That's what I mean by delusion. That's why a lot of you are still single. That's why y'all be getting cheated on. Because you refuse this guy who asked you out properly because he ain't that cute. Yeah, you're gonna go out with the bum who probably has like a six-pack, got no job, ends up cheating on you. Then you complain that all men are right? And then you talk about how men need to love women no matter what, how they look, how they act. You need to love them. Some of y'all need to get the out of this delusion, honestly, and grow the up and get rid of that nasty entitlement that y'all have. This is sickening.
I don't think a lot of modern women understand by the time a man says he's leaving, he's already left. The man is mentally checked out. It's been gone for months. Modern women don't really understand that they're just finding out. A lot of modern women talk about their intuition and how they use their intuition to know when a man is not there. And it goes back to the age-old question. If you can figure out your man is cheating, how come you can't figure out that your man is unhappy? Man will be gone for months. Not really say a whole bunch of anything. Just kind of processing everything or processed everything. And just get up and leave. Just get up and leave. Modern women are not good people to be around. They're not good people to be in relationship with. And they show their true colors each and every day. And that's why men don't want to be involved with you.
How do you deal with an insecure woman who loves attention from social media?
You don't. Anybody that wants attention instead of respect is a red flag. Anybody that's half naked on the internet is a red flag. Anybody that is willing to flirt, touch, or sleep with just about anyone that will do nice things for them is a red flag. It's giving lack in self-esteem. It's giving lack in self-worth. It's giving lack in self-respect. And that doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you unworthy of love. It just means you aren't prepared for what a real relationship is. Mm-hmm. You want the easy dating experience. Oh, look how pretty this is. Well, what about when it's ugly? Because relationships take work and intentional work and consistency. And sometimes you don't want to have the hard conversation, but that's what's necessary. Mm-hmm. And I personally think a relationship is only as strong as its hardest conversation. Mm-hmm. How do you go to the depths if you've never been there? Mm. How do you have a foundation if you haven't built it? Yeah. If you're building a skyscraper on top of the sand, it will most certainly crumble. So you've got to dig deep into that person to see, do they have the staying power, the foundation, and the strength to hold up whatever it is that you're willing to build, which goes back to the vetting process. So if this person, man or woman, is just seeking attention, it's a red flag. In my opinion. It's a no for me. That's a no for me, dog.
Oh, it's so funny. Every single time I'm sad, people assume it's because a boy broke my heart, when in reality, I'm just sick and tired of being the independent daughter. I'm tired of doing everything for everyone all the time. I'm tired of making sure everyone is okay. I've been relying on myself since I was a kid. Sometimes I want to switch off. Sometimes I don't want to do anything. I don't want to take care of anybody. I don't want to be the driver constantly. And I don't mean that in the physical sense, but I just sometimes want to sit at the back and be a princess. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful to my parents. I feel like they've done everything they could have done to raise me, to be the best parents. But there is so much trauma that I carry. There is so much healing that I've done that I feel like I'm in a constant loop. And it can sometimes feel like you're so behind in life because whilst everyone else was getting their stuff together, you were figuring things out, you were healing and going through stuff, and it just never stops. I swear it never stops. I feel like I'm nearly in my 30s and I feel like I'm still in that same loop. Honestly, I'd rather take boy issues any day of the week than having to go through family issues. I think that's probably the worst, especially when it's deeply rooted inside you.
Black women have been my enemy my entire life.
They've been your what?
My enemy.
What? What do you mean your enemy? How old are you?
28. I was interested in marrying her.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a musician and an Uber driver. I know.
Are you serious? Are you trolling me? Ninja,
no,
what?
I'm not.
Ninja, what? Your enemy is your pocketbook. God damn.
I know.
Don't come here to talk about black women. I mean, are you being serious, bro?
I am, but the finances is definitely something that I'm working on.
Oh, hell no. You actually came in here to tell me that you dated a black woman who's pursuing 2 dual doctorates. I'm a PhD. And you're a goddamn Uber driver and a musician. That's not a problem, except you frame black women as your enemy. And your enemy is your inability to be productive on a serious level. See, you haven't found yourself. And if I go with what you said, your failure in relationships are justified by calling black women your enemy, instead of looking in the mirror and saying, where am I at? You said you were looking at her to be a wife, possibly. What makes you a husband?
Outside, from what standpoint?
Can you provide for a family?
Not yet, no.
Then you were dating this woman with the eye to marry her and you couldn't even provide for a family. Your problem isn't the women, man.
What a lot of men end up doing is that they find they find this woman, they fall in love. It's like everything that they've ever wanted, but there's parts of themselves that they never bring into the relationship. So they're usually, some of the characteristics are like, they're usually completely, annihilated whenever that woman is disappointed, right? She's disappointed, she's upset, he's done something. It's like catastrophic for that man. She's usually on a pedestal. So you have this like one up, one down type of dynamic where she's the, over functioning and he's the chronic underfunctioner, right? Everything that's wrong in the relationship is because of him. And, he's always doing something wrong.
And this is his perspective.
That's his perspective, right? It might not be her perspective. And slowly he'll start to withhold parts of himself. He'll withhold maybe the more aggressive part of himself, or he'll withhold his boundaries. He'll withhold his wants and needs and desires. So he'll withhold all these things. This is like classic people pleasers and nice guys. And they'll withhold all these parts, but they'll also withhold those like primal energy. So the ways that they want to engage with that woman, they'll withhold those. And then it has nowhere to go. And then they'll find they'll find an archetype of whether it's through and only all the watching, or somebody that they start to idolize online, or somebody that they actually find. And so I see a lot of men that are unfaithful that have gone through this cycle, is that they've bifurcated their vision, or they've separated out their vision of the woman that they're with, and they've taken parts of themselves that they would normally want to bring into the relationship and either tried to kill them off, like, oh, that's not okay, that primal way that I want to be with that woman, I'm going to try and kill it off. Or they just have a different place that they get that need met, right? Porn, OnlyFans and stuff.
See, marriage is the only contract that does not have an expiration date. And even though you may say, well, sign a prenup. A prenup, if you're together for 40 years and you decide, hey, we signed a prenup 40 years ago, man, please, that's over with. Man, that woman, that man gonna be able to get whatever they want. Because I was with you through the good, the bad, the highs, the lows. I helped you build this empire, so I'm entitled to blah, 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 blah. It's loopholes in prenuptial agreements, just like it's loopholes in any other contract.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying. So for me, I'm saying to you, I love where I'm at right now. I'm happy, she's happy. We're honest with each other. We're not living in this Disney movie, falsetto. It's just one of them dynamics where it's like, bro, I'm choosing you every single day. Your breast ache, I'm choosing you. You ugly, I'm choosing you. You didn't cook for me today, I'm choosing you. Right. I didn't pay your bills today. I'm choosing you. Right. These kids whooping you and they loving me, I'm choosing you. Right. These kids whooping me and loving you, I'm choosing you. Yeah. You don't feel like getting up, it's okay, baby, I'm choosing you. Right. Doesn't matter if I feel like doing it or not. I have made that commitment to I'm choosing you. So whether the title is there or not, it's so many people that got a feeling that don't got a title, that just has an understanding, and it is what it is. And, we act as if that's not a real thing. Some people have both. Some people just have a title and no feeling.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? You just a shell of yourself.
Yeah.
You just out here just Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
What's scary to a lot of these modern women is how calm men are, right? A lot of modern women, they like to do a lot of yelling and hollering and screaming and all that other nonsense. But men are just kind of chilling, kind of nonchalant. They hate that. No yelling, no fighting, no trying to work it out. I'm just cool. Just all right. Just the calm energy that a lot of men are using now, are tapping into. That's a new wrinkle for a lot of these modern women. They're used to men fighting. They're used to men going back and forth with them. They're used to men, getting up in arms, and then they get on TikTok and they you see what I did? Oh, I made him mad. And look at the man crashing out, and they sit up there and record him. But now man's like, no, that's stupid. That's dumb. If you keep it up, we're not going to be together any longer. Men are looking for peace. When they told you they were looking for peace, that's what they meant. When they told you they didn't want any drama in their life, that's exactly what they meant.
How are majority of women in 2025 delusional?
Break down the percentage again?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Okay.
I want you to tell me, what is most women looking for?
Financial security.
Which consists of what? How much does the man have to make?
A whole lot.
No, just give me a number. Just give me a number.
I don't know.
Would you say
$125?
$125, right? So you got to make $125. All right. Out of 100% of the men in the world, what do you think the percentage of men that makes 120 and better?
25%.
25%. So we got 25% now men that's available for all these women. Then they gotta be tall, right? They gotta be tall. Let's say about 6 feet.
With the whole tall
they gotta be about 6 feet. Nah, because women don't say I'm 5'2", and niggas could be 5'7". That's still not enough.
Why
you gotta be 6 feet, right? I'm just asking. Listen, I'm not coming for nobody. Listen,
I feel like
I don't got time for your guilty conscience. How tall is a nigga gotta be? 6 feet? 6 feet. I just keep telling you, I'm not singling nobody out. I'm talking in general.
6 feet.
I'm talking in general. 6 feet. So we was at 25%. How many we at now? Just come on. Let's just. How many of men out of every 15. Man you see? What we have? I take 10% more out of the equation and make it 1. We have 15%, right? Okay. Cool. Does he have to be in shape? Huh? Can he be fat? Can he be ugly? I just want to know. We're gonna put all of them together. Skinny, fat, and ugly?
No.
It don't matter.
No, it can't be skinny, fat, and
he gotta pick a struggle, right? He gotta be fit, some slim. He can't be indecisive. He gotta, you know what I'm saying? How many we take from this 15% now? I'll even be nice. We'll take 3% off. Okay. So we had 12%, right?
Yeah.
We had 12%. Can it have multiple baby mothers?
Stop allowing people into your personal life that don't meet up to your minimum expectation. Now, maybe you work for somebody else and you cannot control who you interact with at work, but in your personal life, oh yes, you can. You most definitely can decide to not have anybody in your life that does not treat you with respect, cooperation, and that feminine, beautiful, inspirational kind of thing. You can make those decisions. And the thing is, when you carry yourself a certain way, when you treat yourself in a certain way, you will actually give yourself permission to demand the best from others. That's the key. You got to carry yourself that way, give yourself permission to demand that people treat you with respect, address you with respect, let nothing slide. When someone wants to insult you, when someone wants to do a sneak diss or something like, call it out, call it right on the mat. Nope, have a standard that you have for yourself. And here's the thing, the people that you'll tick off or something like that, the ones that'll say you're uppity, you're full of yourself, you're arrogant, you're ambitious, you didn't need them around you anyway. You need them out of your world. So they did you a favor by getting away from you. By raising your standard, you're going to actually lose a lot of weight. But here's another thing. You'll actually start attracting people like you. Like attracts like. You want to be treated better by your colleagues, by women? Raise your standard. Treat yourself well and demand the same thing. But here's the other side. You also have to treat others with mirrored respect. But the golden rule still applies. You still need to treat other people the same way.
Women keep other women delusional, and I'm going to give you a perfect example of this. So I was scrolling on my Facebook page and I came across a post that said, sis, don't worry about it. There's a man out here that will do this and this and this. And I'm always seeing posts like that where they're like, there's a man that'll XYZ. There's a man out here that'll do this. There's a man out here that'll do this invisible man. But the one thing that women leave out of that conversation and they don't have the foresight to see and understand is that just because you desire this man doesn't mean that he desires you. Y'all are going out here ramping women up, getting their oxytocin released all out of their brains and telling them that, oh, if there's a man out here that's going to do this, and the third, and totally omitting from the conversation that these same men have to desire you back. These men that y'all are talking about, these invisible men, they have an idea of the kind of woman that they want as well. And whoever that woman is going to be tailor-made for him and his needs and his desires and fit into his life like a puzzle. And that may not be you. Only a child would think that just because you want something means that you will have it. That's how children think. Children don't understand that just because I have a desire for something doesn't mean it will be mine. When you are an adult, you have to understand that you have to align yourself with things. You have to strategize to get things. You have to plan to get things. You have to work hard to obtain certain things. Only a child would think that because I want it, it will be mine. Like, that is imaginary thinking. And that's how women talk to one another. Women do not talk to one another in a way that gives them tools and resources and strategy to actually align with the desires of their heart. What they do is give each other empty compliments. Like, yeah, girl, it's a man out here to pay all your bills. Yeah, girl, it's a man out here to take care of you and your kids. Yeah, girl, it's a man, but they totally negate the other half of that conversation, which is the man that pays all your bills may want this. The man that takes care of you and your kids may want this. These men are looking for a certain particular thing in a woman. And if that is not you, then you still back where you started. So it's like, I hope that makes sense.
Women nowadays have objectified themselves more than men, and yet the men are still getting blamed. Let me explain. Men got to a point where they said, fine, we'll respect you. We're not going to look at you. We're not going to touch you. We're not going to make any single advances. You can see it here on the internet that men have given up approaching women altogether. So what did women do? They got on the internet. They're posting their boobs. They're posting their butt. They're being revealing. But then they're upset about the men in their DMs or the men in their comments or men being creepy when you all have objectified yourselves and you're still blaming the men for it. The fact that we have more women on OnlyFans than we do in the professional workplace tells you a lot about how women are contributing to their own objectification and sexualization of themselves. The irony of women complaining the way that they do is that there's gray sweatpants season for a reason, where women spend an entire winter sexualizing men and you don't hear the men in an uproar. So let me get this straight. When you're being sexualized, it's not okay. But when men are being sexualized and objectified, it's okay. And the bottom line is, everyone knows that a woman's currency is attention. So y'all do this for attention and then claim that you don't do it for male validation. Just admit it. It's for male validation. The internet has convinced a lot of these women that they're 10s out of 10, so they automatically assume that a man walking down the street, looking at the scenery and people around him, that means that he's looking at her and finds her attractive. Well, newsflash, not all men are going to find you attractive. It just sounds like another excuse to blame men, but the reality is that women have objectified themselves more than men, and the men are still getting blamed. Okay, bye.
Since I've gotten a lot of engagement across my videos around why men are not approaching women and the ways that I've been exploring this topic, a friend of mine actually sent me a video. It was like 25 minutes where this narrator was talking about like 11 different reasons as to why men will not approach anymore. To summarize, they kind of boil down to the fear of being called creepy, how now rejection is something that happens in public, not in private, can also risk, a man's reputation because women can sometimes twist a story or make men out to look like the bad guy when they were just trying to put themselves out there. The video also talked about how technology has stifled us socially and we've lost the skill set to approach in public. Another one was about how there's now mixed messages around what's appropriate depending on the subjective perspective of whether or not someone's attractive, which I've definitely seen a lot of comments on this app about, oh, well, it's not creepy if I'm, an attractive person, but it's creepy if I'm not considered attractive. Also, another big one was around how cultural narratives have now shifted, women expecting men to approach, but then at the same time being very standoffish and not showing that they want to be approached. So it's giving men mixed messages. All of these reasons, and I'm summarizing very quickly here, but literally all of them honestly make sense, and it makes me really sad because I do think that to a degree, women do play a part in confusing men. I'm here on this app being approach in public, approach at the gym, we want you to do all these things, but then men are hearing my videos and they're like, what are you talking about? Women don't want that. Women have explicitly told us we don't want that. And I'm sure there are some women out there that probably have said that. And I am, on this app saying the complete opposite thing. So of course it must be confusing and infuriating for most of you. But what I would hope you take away with at the end of the day is that you cannot control other people. All you can do is control yourself. And if you know that you are acting with respect and with kindness towards someone and you have the best of intentions and you're doing something in a way that is not making someone feel unsafe physically or emotionally, that is the best you can do. And if someone is not vibing, they're just not your cup of tea and you are not their cup of tea, and that's fine. And you just have to learn to walk away and to move forward and to not let the continuous rejections or things that don't feel good stop you from continuing to put yourself out there. That is it. You just have to keep putting yourself out there and shooting your shot and being okay with things not going your way all the time.
A lot of these modern women like to go down their list and check off things to kind of test a man. They're always testing a man. Little challenges, little things that they say to try to see what a man is going to do, right? But what happens when a man fails a test on purpose? I know your little stupid test. I see it. I don't care anything about it. What happens when a man is walking away from stupidity? Oh, well, I was trying to, I was trying to, you know, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to get you to you know, I just wanted to see. Well, you could have seen what I was going to do a different way. You could have asked me. Instead of doing what modern women would do, some very toxic stuff to test a man. I can see testing a man. I get it. But modern women, it's bad behavior, and they call it testing, is what it is. It's undisciplined, is what it is. It's an undisciplined lifestyle. And what they're saying to you right there is, I'm going to do it when we get together. I'm just seeing if you can take it right now. And the man is saying, no, I'm not going to take action. I'm not going to take it. We're not going to be doing that foolishness.